So I'm up to Generation 4 of my Pokemon Copic drawing series. I'm also going to be doing a small giveaway, so more information on that later in this video. If you're new to my channel, perhaps you haven't seen any of my previous Pokemon videos, so I will link the playlist in the description box below if you're interested in watching any of those. I'll probably also have a card pop up to the playlist to make it easier for you. Every week I upload a video that is themed around drawing, freelance, and art. Most of my videos consist of speed drawings with voiceovers similar to this, and I usually talk about complete randomness rather than spending the entire time talking about what I'm actually drawing. I don't know about you guys, but I don't really like to watch a lot of art videos that are just talking about the artwork every single time. Sometimes I just want rambling. So if you haven't subscribed already, and that sounds like something you might be interested in, subscribe today, or don't. I try making videos that you can enjoy while multitasking without having to necessarily watch the screen the whole time, or you could do the opposite and completely mute the audio and just watch the screen. Options, people. Options. I probably just had a bunch of people mute this. One thing that's definitely consistent about these videos is that the lighting is horrendous. Sorry about that. I've got a problem where the window is on the right side of my hand, and when it's on the right side of the right hand, my hand casts a shadow, so every time I pick up my hand, it tries to auto adjust and then blows out the lighting, so it ends up just being all flickery and disastery. But if you've been following along with my office updates, we are working on the office desktop. So by the time I get in the office, I'm really hoping that I've got the right setup where the lighting is consistent and I'm not constantly having to wait for a sunny day because it's not very often to find around here. I actually filmed this one in 2 different parts because this actually takes me a really long time to do. I know these are simplified versions of Pokemon, but it still takes me probably 3 hours to do just these characters because there's a lot of them and it's not super easy, I guess. And one thing I noticed too is that I'm coming up on my 1-year anniversary of my first Pokemon drawing video, the one that got over 1 million views. It's at a pretty disgusting amount of views right now. I'm not sure what it is. Let me look real quick. Pokemon. Let's see. 1.36 million views. That's insane. That video is easily my worst Pokemon video, so I'm glad that's the one that's getting all the attention. Yay! It's definitely cringy for me at this point, but I don't know, a lot of you guys liked it, I guess. So here I am again, making more. And I'll probably make one on the 1-year anniversary, so either I'll do Gen 5, or a lot of people were asking for legendary Pokemon, so maybe I'll do that instead of 5, and then do 5 later. I don't know. Let me know what you think. Also, I know that a lot of you right now are currently in the middle of really big projects for school. You might be graduating very, very soon. If you're in the middle of a really stressful time at the end of the school year, right now, don't worry about it. Relax, you're watching this video. This is 10 minutes of you not having to do anything. So don't fret about what's going on outside of this video because this is all you need to do. Do you feel a little better? Just a little bit? No? Well, I tried. I had said in the Generation 3 video that I wasn't sure if I wanted to continue with the Pokemon series, but a lot of you actually commented saying that Generation 4 was one of your favorites out of the Pokemon generations. In last week's video, I told my subscribers that I'd be making Generation 4 within the next couple of weeks, and I asked them which Pokemon they'd like to see me draw. So if you see yours come up, let me know. When I do pick the Pokemon from the different generations to draw, I usually go by which ones I have the appropriate Copic marker for, because I don't have a big collection of Copics. Probably like 20 or so, and that makes it really difficult because sometimes the Pokemon are really odd colors. In fact, that's one thing I noticed with Generation 4 in particular. I drew a lot of these and I didn't have the right colors for them all, so a lot of it involved overlapping different colors to try to achieve the right color. It seems like the Generation 4 Pokemon artists were a big fan of muted colors. Muted purple, very light muted pink, and muted, I want to call it crimson, but I feel like that doesn't quite describe it. Either way, I don't own any of those, so I ended up having to add a whole bunch of like bright base colors and then tone it down by layering over top of it with gray. I also realized that I need to buy refills for 2 of my Copics. My very first refills. Should I be proud or like bummed out? I can't decide. If you aren't familiar with Copic Markers, they're alcohol-based markers that are more of a professional grade, so they blend very nicely and are much less likely to cause streaking, although we can all make them streak if we really try to suck enough. Since these are more of a higher end marker, they also come at a higher end price, usually around $8 each if you buy them in store. So since I'm living the hashtag starving artist life, I buy my Copics one at a time from Michael's, and I use those coupons that they give away all the time. So I can usually get them for half price, and then it's not too bad. But that's why my collection is so small, because it's like a slow grow. Also, the other art supplies that I used in this video will be linked in the description box below. I don't recommend that blue and red pencil that will not be linked because I'm not a big fan of it. A lot of people use Prismacolor erase pencils. I'd like to get one of those instead for my pre-sketching. But anything else that I use should be pretty easy to find in stores, and I'm also going to have them linked in the description box if you're interested in that. Shall we talk about the giveaway? I will be giving away an 8x10 inch print of your choice from any of the 4 generations of Pokemon that I've drawn so far. Do you want 2 prints? Sure, you can have 2. Want all 4? Why not? What is it, the post office? They say, if it fits, it ships. And if you're a current subscriber and you prefer one of my other pieces, like my video game characters and my Nickelodeon characters, or any of my original drawings that are just not themed by anything, it's just one of my personal drawings, we can talk about that. I'm sure we can make that work. Basically, it's an entry for a print of any of my pieces that I've done on YouTube, if I have it available. This time I'm using Rafflecopter for my giveaway, and I'm just praying that it goes right because I've never used it before, so please let me know if something is horribly wrong with the link. I will try to fix it as soon as I can. Since this giveaway is smaller and it's just going to be shipping a print, I'm going to make it international, so anybody can enter, but please ask your parents ahead of time if you are a small child and you're not sure if you would be allowed to enter the giveaway. I would prefer it if you'd ask your parents first. This giveaway will run through the week and end right after Memorial Day, so the time to enter is now. And share this contest by sharing the video with a friend who loves Pokemon as much as you do, if that's even possible. The winner will be chosen Tuesday after Memorial Day, and I will be contacting that person directly or through YouTube, so keep an eye out for that. And if you've completely missed this contest because it's past May 30th, 2017, but you still want to buy one of these prints, you can buy them on Etsy. I'll link it in the description. And leave a comment below letting me know which Pokemon from Generation 4 is your favorite, and which of these drawings in the video was your favorite. Let me know in the comment section below right now. If you like this video, let me know by giving it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you want to see more. Make sure you enter the giveaway linked in the description and share it with other Pokemon friends. That's how we spread the love we share. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next week.